It's time to upgrade your Minecraft and get excited to adventure with friends again. For that, nothing beats a selection of top Datapacks. But how do you use Datapacks in multiplayer? There's nothing easier. You take your Datapack and drop it into the Datapack folder of your server. Let's get started right away with the Keywood Lands Mansion, which completely changes the generation of mansions. Although it's the rarest and largest structure in Minecraft, exploring it quickly gets boring. And above all, it loses some of its point when you realize that the interesting resource there, the Totem of Undying, can be farmed infinitely without even needing to find a mansion. So this is what a real mansion should look like. It's much more immersive, and above all, much more rewarding for players who manage to overcome the challenges it holds. Inside, a bunch of enemies are waiting for you, and the Illusioner is one of them. You'll be able to get new keys, the mansion keys, and the Ravager keys. They allow you to open the many safes inside and collect a ton of loot. You're going to have a blast exploring the different rooms this new mansion offers. And don't forget to go down into the basements. Amethyst looks nice, but it's not really that useful. You can make a spyglass, tinted glass, and that thing that 0.1% of players use. So let me introduce you to this Datapack, Amethyst expansion, which finally gives this beautiful purple gem a chance. It will now be possible to make amethyst armor, tools, and even new weapons. For example, the spear lets you hit from farther away, and the shield gives you an extra heart. It will be very useful, especially if you find the new available structure and the custom mobs waiting for you there. But don't worry, amethyst blocks can upgrade your netherite armor, making you more resistant and, most importantly, way cooler. There are many more amethyst items, but I'll let you find them yourself. I love completing achievements, but as you know, the ones in Minecraft are pretty limited. Okay, there are a few that aren't easy, and some that are actually hidden, but you get through them pretty quickly. That's why, if you also love having all these little objectives completed, you absolutely have to try the Blazing Cave Datapack. It's my favorite in this video, because there are over 1,000 achievements to complete. Spend 5 in-game days below layer 32, kill a warden in one shot, catch all axolotl variants, or even cure zombie villagers of all professions and from all biomes. That one's in the impossible section, so good luck. Also, you get a reward for each new achievement. If you don't know what to do in the game anymore, believe me, this Datapack will give you all kinds of ideas. We're tackling a big one with Terra Litt, an iconic mod that's also available as a Datapack, so I had to include it in the video. It adds no less than 95 biomes, ranging from real-life inspirations like the Yellowstone biome, a reference to the American National Park, to more fantastical-looking biomes like the Moonlit Grove or the Amethyst Rainforest. Personally, my favorite biome is the Mirage Islands, a rare and mystical area hidden on the ocean that holds many secrets. But Terra Litt also offers new structures, like this boreal village, much more developed, or even this magnificent mage tower located on a floating island. The icing on the cake, if you enjoyed the previous Datapack, it combines perfectly with Terra Litt by adding a series of new achievements. The last one, Terra Lytic, is the ultimate reward for having visited all the biomes. It gives you plenty of time to explore the Datapack in depth. Well, the Ether. We all know that's not coming to Minecraft anytime soon, but this Datapack offers you a more vanilla equivalent. It adds a secret dimension in the clouds, Paradise. But to reach it, you can't just build a tower of blocks, because the build limit will stop you from going above layer 319. You need to have a pair of elytra in your pocket and fly up to the clouds. You arrive in a place filled with floating islands where the sun never sets. The colors are bright, the animals are happy, and no hostile mobs can spawn. In these areas filled with flowers, you'll have the chance to find the people of Paradise, wealthy villagers who live in quartz houses. Don't hesitate to search their chests, because the loot here is very different from what you're used to finding in regular villages. Yeah, very different. Here is Jake's tool manual. It's crafted with a book and an iron nugget. Inside, you'll find all the information about the new items this Datapack offers. And you'll see, there are really a lot of them. For our builder friends, this wrench lets you change the rotation of blocks. And this trowel automatically swaps a block with the one you're holding in your offhand. It's very handy, for example, to make custom paths. And on top of that, these two tools can be crafted very easily early in a survival world. But the manual doesn't stop there. Here's a hammer that lets you break 9 blocks at once, a miner's helmet to light up your underground explorations, and even this strange bag. It lets you capture an animal inside to keep it safe before releasing it later in your base. Plus, crafting it requires rabbit's feet, which finally gives a use to this item that's often overlooked. And I've only shown you 5 out of the 14 items you can get. For the others, I'll let you discover what Jake's manual has in store. Now I'm going to show you a data pack that will totally change the way you play Minecraft. That's it, you're finally geared up. Ready to face. To face the dragon, you enter the stronghold, and when you try to place the eyes, the portal rejects them. It asks you for more powerful eyes. The data pack, Daytime Hero, adds 16 different eyes hidden in your world and asks you to gather 12 of them to access the game's final dimension. But how do you get them? Well, clues are given in your advancements menu, and you'll have to explore every aspect of Minecraft if you hope to get your hands on them. For example, you have a 10% chance to get the Amber Eye by breaking creaking hearts. Others are hidden in chests in different structures, and some will require a bit more patience from you. There's even one that you craft with resources that are normally rarely used. Each eye has its own unique design, and once all 12 are gathered, the portal finally opens. In the overworld, we have diamonds. In the nether, there's netherite. And in the end, not much except for that old chorus. So once the dragon is defeated and we've collected our elytras, we head back home. And what if we added Endorite? The dragon now has a small chance to drop scales for you, and with those, you can craft Endorite fragments. At your smithing table, you'll then be able to upgrade your netherite weapons and tools to the next level. They're tougher, faster, more powerful, and even get a range bonus. But to get all that, you'll first need to find the new upgrade template, which is rarely stored in city chests. There's also the possibility of having a double Endorite bow that always shoots 2 arrows, or even an upgraded shield that's just way too cool. A new weapon is also available, the katana. Perfect for quickly taking out your target. But if you think this last data pack is just about adding an even more powerful new ore, wait until you see what's next. The dimension grows more dangerous with this new Enderman, who attacks without waiting for eye contact. As for this little pink block, it's very fast and rushes toward your face to deal damage. It drops strange balls that are edible, but the most interesting creature is the baby dragon, which always appears near the cities to protect its ship. If you manage to defeat it, you'll get its egg. Place it on crying obsidian, out of sight of Endermen who will try to steal it from you, and wait for it to hatch. After a few minutes, you'll have your own dragon that you can ride. This data pack can almost be considered an end update, given everything it adds. Sometimes you can wander around Minecraft for a long time without finding anything interesting. That's why I'm offering you this data pack, which adds more than 30 vanilla structures that blend perfectly with the environment. A windmill, a witch's circle, or even this strange underground armory filled with loot. Early in the game, this can give you a great start, but you'll also have the chance to come across dungeons with bosses inside, like this giant turtle in the sky that's guarded by a giant turtle surrounded by dolphins, or even this castle with the pillager king at the top, riding an elder guardian. But the data pack isn't meaningless at all. On the contrary, it has its own lore, and if you're lucky enough to come across these ruins, you might be able to figure out how to activate this ancient portal. If you manage to do it, you'll be worthy of entering the deep blue dimension, a fully submerged area that holds many secrets. Yeah, you see, you can do a lot of things with data packs. For the last one, I have 5 small data packs with lighter content, but they're definitely worth adding to your survival worlds. Only golems defend the villages. Okay, that's their job, but couldn't some villagers help them out? This data pack simply adds guards to the village. Villagers whose only mission is to prevent invasion and the death of their fellow villagers. Just like Mario, it's now possible to do double jumps with this data pack. But first, you'll need to find an enchanted book with bound in the trial chamber safes. Once you have them on your boots, you'll be able to trigger a second jump, and even a third or fourth if you have the enchantment at max level. Be careful, it's impossible to combine it with feather falling, so you'll have to choose between the two. Some players are quite unhappy with the build limit, which is set at 320 blocks high. With this data pack, it's pretty simple. Now you can build up to 2032 blocks high in all dimensions, which is more than enough to go way above the clouds. A demonstration is worth 1,000 words. Just watch. Yeah, it's funny, but it can help you cross large bodies of water. Be careful. If your pearl doesn't bounce enough and sinks, you'll be teleported to the ocean floor. Chakram, no, it's not a spell, but a data pack that adds a new weapon made from echo shards and breeze rods. It's a kind of boomerang that you can throw at mobs to deal damage. It will always come back to your hand. But what's most interesting is that there are 5 new enchantments you can add to it. One increases its range, another makes it bounce off nearby entities, and one even lets you harvest crops. It's honestly a cool weapon to try. We're coming to the end of the data packs I wanted to show you, but you can click on this video to discover some truly amazing mods this time.